Africa, will you tell us the story of how this collection was started, and also what was your very first record?
Well, that's hard to say. I gotta give it up to my mother then for keeping a great collection. She started me with the Motown sound, the James Brown sound, the Stax Boat records from the 60s, and having some stuff from the 50s. And we also had collections of the old 78. Those hard records back in the day that you break on somebody's head or something. We used to have them turntables with the RCA Victor looking type with the needle, 1-point needle.
Okay.
We had a crazy collection of music in our household.
Okay, so what are you why are you parting with a collection that's taken you a lifetime to acquire?
Well, I'm not really parting with it. I'm just making sure it's secure because since so many catastrophes been coming our way, and just like what's the name that did Wild Style, Henry and them. They had stuff that hit their apartment, messed them up. Might have something with your records getting old or weird or something. So Cornell University has a place where they could archive things, and this could go on for ages, long after I'm gone, but people remember what was a vinyl. Some kids today start thinking, what is a vinyl? Because they were caught up on the MP3s.
Right.
So this is something that is going to be in a school of knowledge that will teach people from all over the world. Now, shame on New York City for not giving nothing towards a culture that came from them, that spread it through the whole world. Shame on New York City for not standing up to making the hip-hop museum at the Kingsbridge Armory by putting a hockey ring in there, and could have brought many thousands of jobs to the community and the people. Shame on New York City for not recognizing hip-hop as a whole cultural movement that will bring so many people to the world. So that's why so many people who have archives now are giving a lot of their hip-hop archives, hip-hop pictures, hip-hop tapes and shows all to Cornell University because they're the only one that reached out to show some love for hip-hop as a culture.
Okay, very well. Now I have to ask this for all the DJs. There had to be a lot of rare pieces and test presses, and we read the article, so we've seen some of what's out there. But what gems to you are actually in this collection?
There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Some soul, hip-hop, salsa, south soul, calypso, reggae, jazz, African, rock, punk rock, metal, classical, pop, R&B. So a lot of greatness that I had in my collection from so many different styles of music. They not only just got some of that, even my DVD, CDs, record collection videos, and Betamax and all type of other stuff, archives that I have. I have serious archives of stuff on all type of things, books, old and classic books of knowledge.
Okay, so what was it that inspired you to give this away, though? Like, what was your inspiration to hand this over to them?
As we have the Universal Federation for the Preservation of Hip Hop Culture. So my inspiration was that, to preserving our culture for many humans for years after.
Okay.
Long after I'm
gone. Okay, bet. Now, were there any records that you decided to hold on to?
Oh, no, I ain't that crazy now. I still got a lot of records, you know.
Well,
I get a whole lot of stuff too.
well, you might have just answered my next question. Then I was going to ask, had you stopped spinning vinyl then?
No, sir. I really do play a lot of Serato. Use a Serato, and we use the vinyl of Serato to play our MP3. So we still playing vinyl. But every now and then I might bring out a bag of vinyl here and there. I used to take a lot of vinyl with me because I used to be a strong opponent against using like Serato and all that in its first early stages until you start losing records on these planes, until these airplanes stations be charging you for a crazy amount of bringing your crates on. They charge you a crazy amount of money. You could be $200 on one plane, and next you just get on another plane. They're trying to hit you for $300, $400. Another one was $500. Another
Oh, wow.
was $150. So that's like crazy.
Yeah.
So thank God for Serato and tractors on those that came out, because you're still using vinyl, but it's just coming from an MP3 sound through their vinyl. But ain't nothing still like vinyl, because I'm a supporter of the vinyl and the album covers and the pictures and the posters they running in and reading the words and stuff on the back. You can't see that on CDs and all with the MP3s and the pictures and all that, because that that really it hurt your eyes and stuff after a while.
Okay, no doubt. So, what is the significance of this collection to hip hop, and what it will do for future generations by donating it?
Well, it's just not a collection of hip hop; it's a collection of music. Music was what shape up our planet. Music is the frequency; it's the heartbeat. It's the soul of people everywhere. So what I'm giving is something to show people this is a collection of good music, and especially when you're not hearing so much of good music on the radio airwaves today. It seems like everything got into apartheid, meaning that, I'm a hip-hop R&B station, but you don't play all the different categories of hip-hop and R&B. I'm a salsa station, but you don't play all the categories of salsa. I'm a metal, I'm a rock, I'm a house, I'm a techno, all these different DJ shows or radio shows that run into apartheid instead of a station where they used to be progressive-minded and playing good music for people and let the people decide. They always come with this cliche, this is not what the people want to hear. We've been playing this because this is what they want to hear. No, that's what you are programming as a program director to program the minds of the masses of the people to what you want to play. So if you want to keep the people playing gangster rap, but then that's the mentality that's going to start springing on the people, because you ain't broken down into what we call the balance of Mayat, an ancient Kemetic Egyptian word, which means to bring the balance form of playing the old, the new, the old, for it to be true school.
How you spell Mayat?
M-A-A-T.
Okay. So, just recently, I you just put all these records into to go into Cornell for display. What's the story behind how that took place? How was it actually that you came to the conclusion that this is what you were going to do?
Well, working a lot with my great brother Joe Gonzo, who also has given up his collection of pictures of our history back in the early days of black. And when I say black, I'm talking about my black and Latinos, giving up the history of what happened back then with soul, R&B, salsa in our community. So it was the inspiration of what he was doing. And then here's other people that say they were going to start doing. And I've seen that all the struggles and fights I've been having with New York City to try to recognize hip-hop or to build something for hip-hop, that I decided, you know what, let me follow what my other brothers and sisters is doing, because it seems like New York City is shaking the funk on the people of the culture that sprang something for them. That sprang for the whole world.
Okay. So, are there any hopes maybe of opening a museum somewhere in the Bronx, preferably at 1520 Sedgwick? Has there been any discussion of that, or any thoughts or hopes for that? And maybe moving the collection there?
The only thing we talked about was we was trying to get the Armory, over by the 41 section.
Okay,
That was the big fight over this year that we was trying to get when the Bronx Borough president and the mayor wanted to make more ice hockey rings, and we started fighting, get people from around the world of color that they wanted the hip hop museum, they wanted the more stores and stuff for the people, health and all that there, but they ended up giving it to the hockey people.
Oh, wow. Well, so Bam, what is your long-term vision? I know you know you're the godfather of hip hop, but you are also a member of the International Hip Hop Parade. So what's your long-term vision for the International Hip Hop Parade?
Well, the set the record straight, I'm the godfather of hip hop last millennium. This millennium, the brothers and sisters bestowed upon me the arm and ra of universal hip hop culture. This millennium.
Okay, so you passed on from Godfather to Amin Ra.
Right.
Okay.
So we're trying to get back to Godfather. Just like James Brown. We don't want people to call him the Godfather of soul no more. That belittles him. That puts him down from when he was the king of soul. And he's the god of all this funky music. So we're going to bring James Brown back to his higher self as the king of soul. You would not call Elvis Presley the godfather of rock, or Mick Jagger the godfather of the rock he does. You should call him what the title they should be honorable as.
Okay, so that being the case, in what relation would that leave you with Kool Herc? Would that elevate Kool Herc also?
Kool Herc is the father of hip hop.
Non-disputed, hands down. I agree with you on that. So
I call him the father of hip hop, but people have put me up in the God status with the ancestors, so they put me as the Amin Ra of universal hip hop culture.
Okay, I hear you. All right, peace and blessings, and you have a good day, and it was an honor to talk to you, Africa.
It was an honor to talk to you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it. You have a good night, sir.
You too.
All right.
Big Amin.
All right.